thanks for dropping by here. One Flight Down, Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. We're here today in the backstage green room office area of the One Flight Down Terry Isle Tasting Lounge studio. Yeah, we're here hanging out, and it's one of these Christmas Advent calendar things. So so we're doing that. I'm going to be live every day right up until December 24th. Not always at this time of day. I've got probably on the weekends, I will do around between 12 and 1, and then weekdays will be somewhere between 5 and 6. So that's sort of the plan. So here we are live at the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge, ready to get into this Advent calendar. See, I've got 2 people viewing, and I got a comment here already. Beer for breakfast, facts for snacks. Wish I could be here out at Mandarin in Hamilton for my birthday. It's Drew's birthday. Everyone wish Drew a happy birthday. I think, according to Facebook, his birthday is the 19th. So I guess it's Drew's birthday week. Well, good for him. If anyone deserves a birthday week, it's Drew. So happy birthday, Drew. Enjoy your birthday week. All right. So beer Advent calendars. So this is my first time doing one of these, or at least one of these ones that's put together by a brewery. I did one a few years ago that was kind of a slightly different kind of a thing. I'll talk about that in a sec. But the one I'm doing is from Kilter Brewing here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. There are, I think, 2 other local breweries here in Winnipeg this year that were doing a beer Advent calendar. Trans-Canada Brewing was doing one. I was actually in there last Friday, kind of later in the evening, and they were all sold out of them. And Torque Brewing was another that did one. And Torque could have been kind of interesting to do because they do a lot of contract brewing. There's a lot of different breweries, I think startups, right? So you've got not only their own stuff, but others. You could have like 3 or 4 different breweries involved in that one, which could have been interesting. But I went with Kilter. And it's the Kilter 12 Days of Beer pack. It's right here. There it is. The white non-denominational box right there has all my Advent goodies in there. They said on their social media post to start this on the 14th and have a beer every day up until the 25th. I thought I would start a day early so that I could finish on the 24th. I think that's usually how these Advent things work. Plus, who the hell's watching One Flight Down on Christmas Day? So I figured this was a better plan. So that's sort of the plan right now. And so Advent calendars in general. When did they become a thing? I don't remember them from my childhood. I know when my daughter was a little kid back in the mid 90s, they were big. I remember every year she'd get one and have, you open the little door and there's a little chocolate in there. And then on the 24th, the chocolate was bigger. And that was kind of my first memory of an Advent calendar. And it just feels like the last few years. I'm mostly aware of the beer ones. I know there's a lot of breweries doing these. I'm quite aware of those. But there's I know there's wineries that do them. I've seen whiskey Advent calendars. I've seen cupcake Advent calendars, all kinds of stuff like that. So there's a lot of different things you could do, whatever your taste is. And it's just another way to get more of our money at this time of year, because that's what the holidays are all about. The other reasons I chose the Kilter Advent calendar over the other ones that I mentioned that were out there. The big thing with me is my buddy Drew, who can't watch today but left a message already. He always says Kilter makes some Kilter things. Kilter, I love their beer. They make some great beers. I've had a lot of great things from them, and they've always got a lot of variety available. They've got a good, strong lineup of their core pours, but they've always got some small batch stuff going on, some collabs. I have no doubt they would have 12 different really solid beers. And I believe it's a collection of their core pours, some small batch stuff, and apparently, according to the social media post I read that sold me on this thing, there are a couple that you cannot get anywhere else. So these got to be ultra small batch. I don't know how many people bought these Advent calendars, But I mean, if it's exclusive to that, it's got to be a pretty small batch of beer. So I'm excited to try those, excited to get into the whole thing, really. Yeah, so the only other time I ever did a beer advent calendar, 2 years ago I did one, but it wasn't put together by a brewery. It was sort of an independent thing. My friend Ken, you've seen Ken's been on the show before. His old workplace, they would do one every year, and it would just be like people would bring in a flat of 24 of their favorite beer. Like you had to sign up for this thing. Couldn't be more than 24 people. Everyone brought 24 of their favorite beers, and then someone just like rearranged them all, put them together into packs. So everyone got 24 different beers, and there was like a sign up sheet. You had to like state what your beer was going to be so that there were no repeats. And one year they were short a person, and he asked me to join, and I did that. And that year I ended up doing live videos every day. Ken was in a lot of them. Our friend Leith was in one with us. His beer that he brought in was Molson Dry, but still, he was invited. He joined us. It was a good time. I even did a 12, or I guess it was 24 days of Christmas beer song. But this year's advent calendar is 12 days. I think that's a little more manageable. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I can see that Carl is watching. Kilter, Merry Kiltermas to you as well, Carl. Hope you're doing really well. And I just want to say too, if anyone else bought this pack and wants to you could drink along without drinking the same beer as me, but you've got the same pack, or if like today's beer is like a juicy and you've got one in your fridge and want to join in, like just shoot me a message. We can make that happen. I don't need to drink alone, but I can, and I will, and I've got no problems with that. But I'm just throwing that out there if anybody has this pack at home and wants to drink along. But drink along also just means like crack something open that's in your fridge, have that, enjoy yourself. That's the way to go. All right. So is it time to get into the beer? Yeah. So I'm going to say the other reason I went with Kilter for the advent calendar was their delivery system worked out really well for me. I was too late even finding out about the Trans-Canada one to know if they deliver. I checked with Torque. They don't deliver anymore. Kilter delivered. So that works for me. I haven't owned a car in years. I want to rent a car just to go pick up a beer advent calendar. So this felt like the right one to go for. That and all the other reasons I already mentioned. So as I said, the white non-denominational Kilter 12 beers of Christmas box right here. I was realizing the overlay. Oh no, wait, never mind. It's not the overlay covered Carl's name, but it doesn't. It only covers mine. If you look at that, right? And then I gotta go and put another thing here. I don't know, like this guy. And you can see who I am. But you know what? You know who I am. That's why you're watching. Because you want to see me drink a beer by myself on camera, because that's fun for people for some reason. All right. I'm going to open up the box and see what's in day one. Here's the little sign that says 12 days of beers. I may have called it something else. I might have said 12 beers of something. I don't know. Whatever it is. Oh, there's a little note on the back. Step 1, put all your beer in the fridge. Done. I've done that. I just took this out for now for the purposes of showing it to all of you. Probably every other day I'll just bring out the one beer and be ready to go. But today I wanted the opening of the box so you could see just how beautiful that looks. Step 1, put all your beer in the fridge. Step 2, open beer number 1 on December 14th. Well, as I said, I'm starting mine on the 13th. Just because I think that's how advent calendars work. And again, I don't think anybody wants to tune in on Christmas Day and watch. I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm starting a day early. Step 3, enjoy the 12 unique beers each day until December 25th. I don't need to explain anymore. So already I'm breaking the rules. What are you going to do? Okay, so this is really cool. You can see they're all kind of specially wrapped beers with numbers on them. So here is beer number 1. Let's put this over here. Box back over there. I haven't picked up my glassware yet. I don't know. I have no idea what kind of beer it's going to be. Do they start with one of their core pours? Do they start with something a little wild? I don't know. But here's the thing. peel here. So I peel that, and it's going to reveal what the beer is. All right. So I don't know if you're as excited as I am. Probably not, because I'm the one drinking it. But let's see what it is. All right, here we go. Peel here. And you think it should be pretty easy to do. Let me get a. This is riveting viewing, right? Okay, hold on. Peel here. Okay, I got it started. All right, here we go. There we go. Today's beer is a Kilter Vintage Amber. That's what that is, Vintage Amber. I actually don't think I've had this. So there you go. I'm starting with something brand new and exciting. Beer number 1, Kilter Vintage Amber. This is a Vienna-style amber lager, 5% alcohol. It says right here, take it easy. Relax, guy. All right, what do we got here? It's Kilter Brewing Company, contains barley. Yeah, it doesn't really give me any more information than what I already told you. Doesn't say anything about IBUs, anything like that. But I mean, it's a vintage amber. It's not like a double IPA or something. So I get it. I get it. Okay, so what kind of glassware am I going to go for? All right, and I'll admit I don't know a damn thing about glassware. If you want to hear me rant about that, my last couple of videos, I think I kind of talked about that a bit. I had a trivia night that I lost. My team lost. Well, I see my team, but everyone was. I mean, I'm the guy with the beer show. I let everyone down. We lost by half a point on beer trivia, all because of that glassware round. We scored really high every other round. That one we got 0.5 out of 10. Ridiculous. All right, so I'm gonna go with this. All right, so just kind of in your kind of standard. That's not a pint glass. I don't even know what to call it. I had a name for it the other day. I think it's like it's the sleeve. No, it's not quite a sleeve. I don't know. I'm going to stop even trying to name glassware. But I'm using this one because it's Christmas related. It's my Nakatomi Plaza Christmas Party 1988 glass. So that feels very festive. I know it's kind of hard to read, but that's what we're going for day 1 for glassware. And yes, I am one of those people who does watch Die Hard every year this time of year, and tell the people who say that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I respect your opinion unless you think that Home Alone is a Christmas movie, because they're the same damn movie. Home Alone is Die Hard for kids. But I've got a whole other rant about that somewhere else too. So I don't need to repeat myself. All I need to do is get into this beer. And I'm going to do that in just a second. I need a piece of technology that I should have had, just ready here. But I've got it now. I've got my piece of technology that I can use to open this beer for all 2 people watching. I'm glad you're there, Carl. And whoever else is there. But I know people will watch this later, right? Probably, maybe. I don't know. All right, here we go. Technology's ready. Let's open the beer. Yeah, a good, healthy shaklook on that. All right, let's pour out this Kilter Vintage Amber. Yeah, I don't think I've had this one. I believe this is one of their core pours now. It's just, when I'm getting beers specifically from Kilter, I'm generally going for the more kind of wacky IPAs and stuff. All right, so let's see how that looks. That is a beautiful red. Now, if I did not have the Nakatomi Plaza logo on there, would you see my face? I think, it's, you can see my face through there. I mean, it's kind of, you got the reflection of the screen as well, but there you go. There's some face. You see my face in there. Minimal head on it. On the nose. God, something about it smells vinegary to me. Or maybe it's like I'm associating this kind of beer with like fish and chips with malt vinegar or something. I was getting that for a second. That's kind of gone now. Now I'm just, I'm hardly getting anything. Maybe just a touch of like a sweeter bready kind of a thing going on. Yeah. All right. I think I'm ready to go in for a sip. As I said, if you've got this pack at home and you're drinking along, all right, you're also breaking the rules and starting a day early. Either way, cheers, my friends. You know, I should have some Christmas music on while I'm sipping. That is a really, really nice beer. There's a touch of a sweetness to it. Kind of up front. Got a nice touch of bitterness in the back end. Not overly, but just like a little bit there. Yeah, it's got like a crispness to it. But more toward the back, like I'm not like up front. I'm getting more just like a little bit of that kind of nice, smooth sweetness. It's a really nice beer. I really, really like this. I think the reason I've never tried it before, again, is just because if I'm going to Kilter, I tend to want one of their IPAs. They do a great job on IPAs. They've done some like good pastry sours and things like that. Like that tends to be what I think of when I think of vintage amber. But this vintage amber is really nice. Like I would go out of my way to have this again. This is a nice surprise. It's a nice way to start off the 12 days of totally solid. Yeah, I can't say a bad thing about that. That's quite a nice beer. All right, so if you've tried this, I would love to hear from you in the comments. But don't feel like you have to comment right now. That's all up to you. But you know, if you've had it, I'd love to know. All right, so I wasn't sure if I was going to do this, but what the hell. So 2 years ago when I did the Pants Tacky Advent calendar, which I was discussing earlier, which was sort of the more homemade Advent calendar, my friend Ronnie suggested that I do a 12 days of Christmas Beermas song. I can't remember what we call it. But anyway, 12 days of beer, I guess. But the thing was, that was 24 days. It was an epic song. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do that, but you know what? I'm deciding it now, and I'm live, and I cannot take this back. It's out there in the ether for Carl and one other person to hear. So just pour the rest of this in here. This is a really nice beer. If you've never had this, get your hands on it. I quite like this. Oh, look at this. Aaron is joining now. Aaron, you are here just on time. It's song time. Not Sondheim, but song time. That's right. So doing the new song for this year's 12 Days of Beer. All right. So here we go. On the first day of non-denominational 12 days of beer, Kilter gave to me vintage amber. All right, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful song it's going to be. I can't wait to see what it's day 5. The last time around, 5 golden rings went to Miller High Life. So there you go. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate the support. All right, everybody. I've been here for 20 minutes. I've been rambling. You've been watching me drink by myself. It's been a good time for everybody. I'm going to be doing this, as I said, every day up until December 24th. So on the weekends, I'll be around this time, somewhere between noon and 1 o'clock. Weekdays will be somewhere between 5 and 6. And the 24th, Christmas Eve, I'll probably do an earlier one as well, somewhere around noon, 1 o'clock as well. So no, Aaron, not every day at noon. Not on my work days. That would be silly. Yes, you will have to wait until 5 on weekdays, maybe even 6 a couple days when I try and do it as early in that 5 to 6 window on those days. So Aaron, Carl, whoever else tuned in, thank you so much. Everyone who's watching after the fact, Thank you as well. And as I said, if you've got this pack and you ever want to drink along on screen with me, we can arrange that. Just shoot me a message, or you could just drink along at home. And you know what? You don't even have to have this beer if you want to drink along at home. Have what you want, because you know 'tis the season. It's the most wonderful time for a beer. Is there not a wonderful time for a beer? I don't know. Anyways, cheers, my friends. We'll see you all tomorrow.